Today I will be going over some of the big cards that we get from Standard, and also I'm going to be going over a deck that's been good but has now gotten extremely strong from Expanded, which is Yveltal, Archeops, Gallade. So one of the biggest cards that we get from Expanded is Hypnotoxic Laser. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is also asleep. And I bet tons of people know about Hypno, the crazy things that it does. And then combined with Verbank, which makes poison do 30 damage instead of 10, it just makes Hypno so good. And then another one is in the Gallade Yveltal deck, and that is Archeops. So it has ancient power. Each player cannot play any Pokemon from his or her hand to evolve his or her Pokemon. Now, this isn't a very good card because its evolved is a fossil, but so like on its own it's not very good. But then you have Maxis, which we have seen before, which allows you to just get it. And also with Gallade, it's like almost unstoppable. But that's some of the really big ones. Oh, there's also, let me just find this really quick. Prism Energy, which is like Rainbow Energy, but only for basics, and you don't take the 10 damage, which can be really good in Rainbow Road. Because there's is N, which is a really good supporter. The reason why I didn't mention it before was because it's getting reprinted in Fates Collide, so I didn't really think about it. So N. So let me just find N really quick. There's N. So that's, yeah, I can't think of anything else because there's Juniper, but we got a reprint of Sycamore. There's Shadow Triad. Put Team Plasma Pokemon. Put a Team Plasma card. Oh, there is Virizion. And here it is. Virizion. It has Verdant Wind and Emerald Slash. And then the deck that you would play that with is Virgin, which also runs Genesect right here. And then you also run G-Booster. Okay, here it is. G-Booster. Whopping 200 damage. You can only attach it to Genesect, though. But then you also have Computer Search, which you get back. Discard 2 cards from your hand. Well, yeah, you get back all of these beautiful ace specs. And that's pretty much all of the big cards that you get back from Expanded that I can think of. So now let us move to the Yveltal deck. Okay, so here is the deck. Yveltal, Archeops, Gallade. So you run Hypno, which is one of those cards. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Dark Patch is really good. Attach a basic Dark Energy from your discard pile to one of your bench Dark Pokemon. Also, Colress and Getsis are also really good. So, it's pretty much you run one Shaman, one of this Darkrai, one of this Darkrai, and the reason why you run this one is for Dark Pulse. You don't use Dark Head. You run 2 this, one of this. I really like this card. Fright Knight is so good, and Pitch Black Spear is great to snipe Shaman. You run 2 Yveltal EX. This is going to be your main attacker usually. You run 1 Archeops to just kind of run and stop like Greninja and a bunch of most of the decks that rely on evolving. And you run 1 of this because Jolteon can be quite a bit of a problem, and this just one-shots Jolteon. And then you run 1 of these, and then to grab like Getsis and supporters. This because, well, same reason as every single other deck. And then one Keldeo just to help out in switching and yeah, stuff. You run 3 Battle Compressor to get rid of like supporter to VS Seeker back. You run 4 VS Seeker, 4 Ultra Ball, 3 Trainer's Mail. We picked Computer Search as our ace spec. You run 4 Dark Patch, 4 Hypno. And our supporter line is 1 Colress, 1 Getsis, 1 Lysandre, 2 Maxis, 1 N, and 2 Juniper. So we're pretty light on the supporters because you don't want to draw into a supporter because that can really just stop you from using Maxis. You run 2 Verbank. You could run 3, but this is a pretty tight deck. You have 2 Floatstone to put on that Keldeo, and 2 Muscle Band, which could be a Fighting Fury belt. One depends. You run 6 Dark. You could run more, but we have Dark Patch, so you can get those back, and also Yveltal. And 40 CE. So that's pretty much the list. And now I'm going to play a couple of games. So I am playing against Coilvect. And I'm going to call a coin flip. It's heads. So I'm going to be going first. And I'm interested to see what my opponent is playing, because that'll kind of decide whether I use Archeops or Gallade. And how helpful, that tells me everything I need to know. So I'll just do double muscle bands, DCE, and pass. Yeah, I don't have that good of a hand, but I guess if I top deck a battle compressor, and yeah, I don't know. So my opponent concedes. Okay, Caden, cut this game out. Too short. So I am playing against Shamanama. And my opponent is playing a colorless fairy psychic deck. Don't know what that is. Maybe some sort of fairy deck. Whatever it is, we'll figure it out. So, just waiting for this to load. And Yveltal is very good against Vespiquen, Trevenant, and Primal Groudon. And everything else, it pretty much has a 50-50 matchup. But some of the bad things are, if you miss Archeops, Vespiquen is a bad matchup, and so is Eels, Raikou Eels. Vespiquen Vileplume is just a bad matchup, and so is Sableye. But everything else is like either good or 50-50. So that's a good amount of the meta. So I'm starting with a Darkrai here. Not my best start, but not my worst. Worst is probably Jirachi. And my opponent is indeed playing a fairy deck. So I'm going to hoop a Scoundrel Ring to get a Keldeo, a Shaman, and Yveltal. And I might have, I have first turn I have first turn Archeops. So that's, not first turn Archeops, first turn Gallade. So I'm gonna Ultra Ball away the Gallade and Hypno. Have the Maxis here and all the other cards I can just get rid of. And actually, whoa. Oh, I don't. Oh, dang it. I made a mistake. Oh, that probably was just wow. Okay, so I'm gonna wanna get Yveltal, I think. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I made another mistake. Should have gotten Jirachi. Mistakes all around. Not my best day. Haven't been feeling that great. So I'm just gonna pass. Yveltal's gonna be really helpful because they're gonna power up a bunch of energy on Xerneas. And Kangaskhan, which evolves into Mega Kangaskhan, which does something, I don't remember. So my opponent attaches a fairy energy to the Xerneas and level balls to get a Spritzy, which evolves into Aromatisse. Plays it down and uses Geomancy to put 2 fairy energy on a Xerneas and the Kangaskhan. I almost said Spritzy. No. Why would you ever do that? Oh, and I got not Maxis. No bench space. Dang it. Just pass. Man, that was annoying. Frustrating. So close. But so my opponent attaches a DCE to their, what's that called? Xerneas. Yeah, I'm seriously not feeling. They Lysandre up my Hoopa, dang it, and use Geomancy, putting a fairy on the Xerneas and a fairy on the Kangaskhan. And now I'm gonna draw. I got another DCE. I'm gonna attach that to the Yveltal and just pass. I need a dark energy. Well, I actually need my opponent to knock out this Hoopa. That's what I really need, because then I can Maxis and everything will start going. Unless I draw something that I can't get rid of. That'll be annoying. So that my opponent attaches a fairy energy to their Kangaskhan and uses Geomancy. They're powering up big guys. And a fairy on Kangaskhan and a fairy on Spritzy. And coming into my turn, the Xerneas gets knocked out from poison, and I get a VS Seeker off of the prize, and I got my dark energy, which I will attach to the Yveltal, and now I shall pass. And my opponent will do 140 to my Hoopa, not quite knocking it out, annoyingly. And then they attach a fairy to the Spritzy and use Breakthrough, which happens to be the name of the set. I got a Hypnotoxic Laser, Tails, and then pass. Once I start using Evil Ball, I'm pretty sure I'm going to win. So that's pretty much when my opponent knocks out this Hoopa. Oh no, my opponent got a... Oh no, my opponent is going to knock out that Yveltal. That is so frustrating. So my opponent deals 140 damage with X-Blast. But from before, they had put, what was it? 30 damage from Breakthrough. Perfect setup. Man. Yeah. So, and now I can't even use Maxis. Just, ugh. This isn't good. So, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna lose this game. Don't think there's anything I can do. Made a lot of mistakes. So, yeah. Not great. Anibis Vex. Anibis Vex. A computer search. I'm sorry to say, cut this game out. I'm sorry to say, cut this game out. I'm sorry to say, cut this game out. So, I am playing against Flash Yellow, who's playing a Water, Grass, Lightning, Fire deck. And I am playing the Yveltal. I have the advantage. My opponent's face is white. I'm gone. So let's get to it. After this game loads, there you go. So I'm back. My opponent's face isn't yellow. So I won the coin flip. I shall be going first. And I'm starting with Darkrai, which isn't my best start, but it's fine. And the second you start the game, you gotta start thinking about Maxis. So I cannot get Maxis this turn, unfortunately, unless I top deck a Ultra Ball. If I top deck an Ultra Ball, then I've got Maxis. So I'm playing against Vespiquen, and I didn't top deck an Ultra Ball. This isn't good. I'm in trouble. So I'm just gonna attach the DCE to Darkrai, so I can use Dark Pulse. And then I'm gonna Battle Compressor away a Maxis, Archeops, and Gallade. Got the Archeops. Now we've got Maxis, and Gallade. And now I'm just gonna Juniper. So I got the Keldeo, that's good. Got a Muscle Band. And if I could attack this turn, then I would have the game. But I can't, so I don't have the game. And I Hypno, Poisoning, and Flipping Heads. Trainer's Mail for an Ultra Ball, I guess. Yeah, an Ultra Ball. I'm gonna Ultra Ball away Dark Energy and a Muscle Band for a Shaman or maybe a Hoopa. Hoopa. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm gonna Hoopa, and I'm only gonna get 2, so then I have a space for Maxis. So I'm gonna Hoopa, Scoundrel Ring. Gonna grab a Shaman and Yveltal. Could grab Jirachi to get Maxis, but I'm not gonna get Maxis this turn because I already played a supporter. I'm gonna play down Yveltal, play down Shaman, set up for 5. And Dark Patch, Dark Energy to Yveltal, and pass. Combi takes 30 damage, and it is Flash Yellow's turn. And Flash Yellow scoops. So now we've had, I don't know, 1 or 2 bad games. I don't remember. Unfortunately, I didn't really get any good games in, but I have to wrap up this video. My grandparents have come for a little visit. So I'm going to have to wrap up this video. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Leave a comment for what you want the next video to be about, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.